Hello guys, it's Jamie, and today I'm just going to be talking about the possible adverse effects of the Pectus Excavatum Nuss surgical procedure. Now, the Nuss surgical procedure is the surgery to correct Pectus Excavatum. I'm not entirely sure if it's just for cosmetic reasons or if there's some really important reasons why people get the surgery. But I'm gonna do a little bit more research on that, and I'll make another video. And if I've done a video on that, then I'll put it in the comments or the description. So go down and have a look at that if you want to learn more about the Nuss surgery. But I'm in a few groups on Facebook, and I came across this post here of this young man, this woman's daughter, this woman's son, who got the Nuss surgery, and he actually came out of surgery with scoliosis, which is a bent spine. And scoliosis can take away all your independence, and it makes you totally dependent on the people around you to do absolutely everything for you because you literally have a bent spine. And in severe cases, you're in a wheelchair. In very minor cases, you might be able to live a fairly normal life with a little bit of pain. Um, but this guy didn't have scoliosis, and after the surgery, he had scoliosis. So I'm just going to read it here. My son recently had the Nuss surgical procedure to correct his pectus excavatum. This procedure caused him to develop scoliosis, which is causing him pain now. The surgeon said it is common and may go away on its own in several months because it could be pain induced. I don't know if that even makes sense. Pain induced scoliosis. I don't know if this, whatever. My son's back has become pretty swollen at times where his spine has shifted to the side and he complains of pain. It has only been 4 weeks since the Nuss surgery, so I am hoping the surgeon is right and it will resolve on its own. I'm just wondering if there is anyone else that has experienced this or knows more about this happening. I'm so worried and the weight is killing me, basically. My son was crying the other day because he is upset about his spine being crooked and in pain. So this guy didn't have scoliosis. He goes into surgery, gets his pectus excavatum fixed by the sounds of it, but then he actually ends up with scoliosis. And then someone else comments, my son had scoliosis prior to his Nuss procedure. His scoliosis has become worse since then. His neurosurgeon has currently got him on PT, personal training. And then they comment back, my son did not have scoliosis before. I had no idea it was a side effect of the Nuss procedure. I think I should request PT if it hasn't improved on its own in another month or maybe earlier. I just don't know. Now, I'm asking this lady a couple of questions, so I'm going to make a second video about this. And hopefully I can get a few more questions about why this guy went in to get this surgery, if it was just for cosmetic reasons or if he really had to go in and get it. But look at that. She didn't even know that this was a side effect. If you know that it's a side effect, then maybe you'd think twice about getting this surgery, especially if it's just for cosmetic reasons. You know, if there's a real reason, like maybe it's going to affect your health, then you should get a surgery and then risk scoliosis, I suppose. But if there's no health reasons why you should get it, and then you go in and risk getting scoliosis just to make your chest look a little bit more normal, that just seems like a ridiculous risk to me. And this poor lady and this poor guy, he didn't know about the risks. And that's why I'm making this video, because I think more people should know about the risks. Scoliosis is so serious. And the fact that this guy now has scoliosis is really sad. And look, he's had it for 4 weeks now. He's just laying down in pain, totally dependent on his family. This guy might have been dependent before. He might have just had a normal life. I'm going to ask, I want to get to know this guy, and I'm going to ask a few more questions to really raise awareness about the risks of these surgeries. Because if the surgery isn't necessary, don't get it. Only go under the knife and the hammer and the drill if you need to, because these surgeries are absolutely brutal. You know, they've got to break bones, they've got to take bones out, they've got to put steel plates in there and rods and stuff, and drain fluids. It's absolutely horrifying. If you saw a video of these things, it's a horrifying experience. So yeah, I'm just making this video to raise a little bit of awareness about scoliosis and how it can actually happen after just getting a normal. You wouldn't think that scoliosis would be linked to something like this, but it is. So hopefully by the time you're watching this, I've done a video on the Nuss surgical procedure. So if you want to learn a little bit more about that, then check the comments or the description. If you have any questions about this, please let me know. And hopefully by the time you're watching this, I've actually made a second video where there's an update on this guy. And I might actually continue to do updates just to see if this guy does actually get better. And yeah, I guess check out my other videos.